So as Puma, one of the late entrants in the market about 8 years back, we wanted to proliferate into the Indian consumer's mind and homes as fast as possible. As you said, real estate became expensive and we wanted to grow as fast as possible. So multi-channel was one of the ways of expanding. Yeah. And with the advent of online shopping way back in 99-2000 in the US and then coming into India early as 2004-05, I think we latched on to Myntra in 2007 when they were just doing a merchandising kind of website. And since then, we firmly believe that the future is there in online shopping and e-commerce. Overall, as the consumer starts looking for two things, the consumer is looking for a price to value ratio of less than 1, where the price that he or she is paying is perceived to be less than the value he or she is deriving from the product. So as long as that price to value ratio is 1, whether the value is price itself, value is quality, or value is the convenience or the product itself or the status that the product brings, the price to value ratio needs to be less than 1. And last is the convenience of shopping. So a lot of consumers don't want to step out. They know exactly what fits them. They know the color they want, and this is what they want. And that's how, combining these two, you have the best of brick and mortar and then online shopping. So, with Myntra, Jabong, Snapdeal, Yebi, we are present in all online formats. We have our own very successful online shop, pumashop.in, that we run. And I think it is the only way to reach out to a larger audience. It is the only way to keep your brand alive in every nook and corner of the country where people may not have access to your store. And yet, like you mentioned, have a great EBITDA because you don't have to open as many physical stores. Okay. So you're not worried about rental as much as possible. So according to me, it depends on two things. One is the modernization of multi-brand retailing in India. Currently, we are very much dependent on the shopper stop and lifestyles of the world in order to grow our typical multi-brand retailing. In the north, you have a good example of Capsons, but other than that, across the country, you don't have great examples where multi-brand retailing can compare to a Bloomingdale's or a Macy's from the west. So I think if that grows because of the way FDI is growing or the FDI is allowing brands to come in, then that is something that we would like to be a part of. And that can see a large growth. But I personally feel that the infrastructure that the country has in terms of the constraints that it has, whether it's the road network or whether it's a public transport or in general getting the electricity to parts where Walmart may want to open stores, I think that may be a deterrent. So our personal take as a company is that online should be about 20% of my business in the next 3 to 5 years. 20.